November the 15th.
Yeah, we'll keep
Can you
walking
talk
as
a little bit
we're
about
listening
that?
to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll keep walking as we're listening, and so I get a chance to answer you here. From what I've seen, we don't have specific examples from the students we've spoken with so far. We don't have specific examples of that. And the majority of the students we spoke to, even before we went live on air with you, were saying the fact that they're not comfortable with the racial violence that they faced from teachers. I mean, again, there was at least one grade 11 student who was saying she noticed that it was a both sides type situation, that there were more fights, that they didn't feel safe. But again, we didn't hear specific examples of those fights like you're discussing, and it's something I think that hopefully we'll hear more of as we make our way through. Stephen, I want to catch up with you one more time here as we make our way here, because I know we're at a red light here. We have all of these students here, I want to point out, waiting on this corner. Stephen, we were catching up with you earlier. Again, one more time, we were talking about the fact that, students are dealing with these, some of them dealing with fights. Have you heard examples of that kind of thing? Examples of specific instances where this happened within the school?
Fights specifically? Yeah, I've heard with the younger grades, there's been fights. Like students have been telling me there's practically almost 3 fights a day, 2 fights a day.
Yeah.
I think with respect to the fights, it goes back to my point of we're dumping students into a new environment that they're not familiar with, and we're expecting them to thrive. Especially the fact that there's no resources in the school, washrooms are not working, services are not there. So how do we expect young people not to act out? And I think just in a general sense, when we talk about the school violence we're seeing across the city, there's such a huge need to improve young people's socioeconomic conditions. Young people are facing poverty. There's a youth unemployment crisis, mental health crisis. All those compounding issues affect young people mentally and their behaviors.
Stephen, appreciate that again. Again, I just want to have Ken here show just how far this is going, because we're talking about quite a few students from the school that have made their way up here now. We're towards the corner of Eglinton and Keele here as they continue to walk. Likely, is this where it's coming to an end, Stephen? This is where they're going to hold a news conference in about half an hour, Arda, as they speak out to the Toronto District School Board. I want to bring you over here a little bit, show you where they're standing just on this side. Be careful, we'll get back on the sidewalk here for a second. But you could see, again, all the students that have gathered here all around the school here. Some of them with different organizations. We know Parents of Black Children, that organization is here as well. I had a chance to speak to a representative with them. We'll get to them a little later on again as well. But now them chanting here, standing in front, holding signs, getting ready again to hold a news conference just around noon. And we'll, of course, come back to that.